Hi there, Winning Ways fans, and welcome to another show where we have some very, very interesting stuff to talk about. We're going to be chatting to Trevor Brown, Mike de Kock's head honcho in Dubai, whereas Mike is at the sale in Australia, so we're looking forward to being able to chat to Trevor Brown, and we'll get all the lowdown and updates on what's going on in Dubai as far as Super Saturday is concerned and the World Cup. But let's go to the weekend and have a look at what happened.
Well, let's start with the sevens. They went in the semis. They got beat by Argentina, I think 12-10.
Yeah.
A couple of injuries is costing our sevens team.
And apparently they spent 48 hours traveling or something. They only got there on Friday morning. They had a really bad trip, and you could see they looked jaded, and certainly they looked tired when it came to.
Yeah, they went themselves.
Yeah, but they played very well against England.
Yeah.
And especially with all the big guys are all not there. And
That's
Sarah
right.
Butler's and Atlas playing for Province. I think he should leave there quickly.
Quickly and get downtown.
Yeah.
Should Wenger leave?
Let's not talk about Wenger. I've been telling you for over 2 years. Got no idea, this oak, okay? He's got no defence, and he keeps buying strikers. And they never give the poor striker the ball. They gave him the ball once. In 90 minutes, they gave that poor new guy, Abiyango or whatever his name is, they gave him the ball once. He scored.
Yeah, but you can't go and lose to that team. They've never beaten you before,
like
1980. Yeah, Brighton, shoes.
Blame Czech. In fact, the guy
the header should have got.
The guy should have been sent off. How was he not sent off?
Yeah.
That tackle, that was the worst tackle I've ever seen. You know,
but
rugby would have been sent off.
Yeah, Man United played tonight, as we know, because Chelsea lost to Man City. Spurs won. Liverpool are looking very good.
Chelsea parked the bus, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They came up to the bus, the boat, the trailer.
They learned from Mourinho.
Yeah,
they learned that from Mourinho.
They learned. And then the rugby, James, the Sharks, what's the story there?
Oh, they're woeful. I told you last week, unless you play Kerwin Bosch a fly half, and I'm no rugby pundit, but I tell you what, you've got to play him fly half. He is the only fly half for the Sharks. And you've got to have a playmaker. Robert de Vries is big and strong, but that's what all he is. That playmaker is Kerwin Bosch. He's a genius.
Then
Lions. How did the Lions give the Blue Bulls a hammering in Loftus? That hasn't happened for many
Lions,
years.
very good team.
Very good team. Yeah.
And the Sharks just got beat by them. I don't know. This is upside down. But again, you've got to be with the Kiwi teams, James.
Yeah, I thought the Chiefs played exceptionally well. They had two big injuries just before the game. There were Crusaders clubbed the Stormers, which they should have, because the Stormers are moderate.
They won on the spread. It spread, the Stormers.
They won on the spread,
yeah.
Did they?
Yeah, they were 17
15 and a half. They must have scored late tries.
Yeah.
They must have scored a late try.
Okay.
Because I can tell you there's no way they're going to win with 15 minutes
they were getting rolled.
I closed up shop.
Sports-wise, it wasn't great, except my beloved Spurs one, which I'm always happy about. But the other teams, the Sharks were leading until 3 minutes to go.
Yeah. You know who won?
Who's that?
Kevin Larina. Did you watch his fight?
Yes, Kevin Larina won.
He's polished, that boy.
Yeah, he's very
I
good.
thought that it was very close. I thought it was much closer than the judges had it.
Yes.
But he's a very, very good fighter.
Tough boy.
Very tough. Yeah. It was tough on Bosch's horse when he won the work riders race, wasn't it? Dennis's horse? I think it was. Anyway, Kevin Larina, well done, you beauty. He's been a star of our show as well. We got a nice picture of him, which is going up in our new studio, which hopefully will be ready next week. We keep saying this next week.
Raymond's getting sorted out. Spielberg's getting those computers jacked up.
Have they given them some cash, the poor bugger? You know,
no, everything's looking good.
They told me he's with the bigging bowl there every week to try and get some money.
Well, he's got his money.
Oh, good. Yeah. Okay, thank goodness for that. Because otherwise we're not going to be able to bring you the show that you want. And certainly we're trying our very best. We'll be chatting, as I say, to Trevor Brown in Dubai. And your call, let's go and see what we've got in 3 to follow. Right, let's go and have a look at the first one. And we go to Kenilworth. Have a look at this one. 27th of February, they raced over 1,000 meters. The Good Thing got beaten, beautifully bred, by one of the Bass Robinson team that they said they thought was ready for Durban, but they didn't say that pre-race. But the one that we picked up, have a look at this one. And
should also come to Durban.
See if you don't want to be with us next time it runs. Let's go and pick them up at the start.
Yeah, the horse is called Cruise Along, and it falls out the gates. It just doesn't know what's going on. Falls out the gates.
Crusade out of a Jetmaster mare. Red and white, you won't even see it in picture for most of the race. Louis Burke rides it. Yeah. Well, it's still not in the picture. I assure you it's still not in the picture. Not even there is it in the picture.
Yeah, still not
there its nose just comes into the picture. So on that camera,
it's hard to believe it runs fourth.
15 lengths behind.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. The winner's up there in second, and this is a horse called Nous Voilà. It beats what's it called? Can't Keep a Secret. And
well, you know, that's brilliant.
Yes, obviously, they're a very good family. And these two dominate from a long way up. But the horse that we've mentioned has come into form now.
Yeah.
Red and white.
Stone last on the
Stone
left
last.
side.
Hard to believe it runs fourth. But here you can see this Nous Voilà is just being punched out. Looks a useful horse, James.
Yeah, Chudpot out of a Street Cry mare, you know, that's the filly family you want, and we'll be talking about that later. But the second filly, obviously a nice filly, Can You Keep a Secret? She's beautifully bred.
Doesn't throw them bigger.
Did you see where this thing came from?
Yeah.
I mean, there it is. It's just come into picture. Was absolutely...
Cruise Along.
If you watch the head-on, well... Enough said. Let's go and have a look at Scottsville and see one that really was given a full go. Eastbrook by Anthony Delpeche. Let's go and pick this one up at Scottsville, and cracking good run this.
Yeah, two of our three to follow is a horse chestnut. This is a horse chestnut from Greg and Karen Anthony's stable, and it goes down the inside. The race, the horse that found a lot of money, number 12, Master Gambit, was scratched. So it looked like the Mercy of Across Seattle, who's leading in Brown Bernard's colours up the middle. But the debutante is Eastbrook, who's the horse chestnut. James, it shows a lot of guts when the racehorse gets ahead of it.
Well, the racehorse we picked up last time ran in a very, very good juvenile plate, and we think this is a very good horse. We made him one to follow.
Yes.
This horse, Eastbrook, named Terry Lowe had a horse called Eastbrook.
Place in the July.
For Sava Engel of Zarkus, I think was owner.
Was it
Sava owned it. And this horse, Eastbrook, showed a lot of courage. He's got the favourite under pressure here, and he really fights on, and then just lack of a run, but beautifully prepared by the Antonys, because he pinged the gates. He did everything that he expected to do, but just needed the one run, and probably improve a lot from this. And I think the next time over, can be with him.
Eastbrook, I think Delpeche should be with him.
Yeah, Delpeche was with him first time, and definitely be with him second time. Let's go and have a look at the third one. We go to the barrier trial at Greyville Friday night, and these barrier trials throw things up that you should be watching. Let's go and have a look at the horse called Escape Club from the Dennis Ryer yard, and a 2-year-old horse chestnut. Let's go and watch it draw one. Yeah,
this horse runs a smart race, because the three horses that finished ahead of it bring very good form into the race. You know, the Buraya and Ngaga are both good horses. They're both going places, and they're soon at the race, because with Stelvio putting the pressure on. And this horse gets into sort of joint fifth on the inside fence. Looks like Gilly's colours.
Yeah, it's just in the blue cap with the red sleeves, and it's going well. She's going a canter, this filly, because she's all over the top of Buraya. And when you think of a 2-year-old carrying the same weight as 3- and 4-year-olds,
got a kilo,
in barrier trials, and they run this well, because she just gets a little push just to know what it's all about. She's there, three off the left-hand side of your screen, with a white star, the chestnut. She doesn't get a hard ride.
No. And as I say, the ones that are ahead of her, useful form, good barrier trial for them, just shows that Buraya and Ngaga are doing well. Stelvio runs a good race, but this 2-year-old, I thought, runs a very cosy race, James.
Yeah, super run. Well
Escape
worth having
Club.
a good look at next time it runs. If it runs over 1,000 at Greyville on the poly track, I would be with it. And I think that's the point with us three to follow.
Yeah.
So people often ask me, well, they get beaten. Sometimes they're in the wrong race,
you know. Sometimes they do,
Across the river, or whatever his name was, that was in the right race. Let's go and have a look at This Shouldn't Happen. You know when you've got an itch on your tummy and you haven't got anyone to itch it, that shouldn't happen.
Itch it?
Yeah.
You mean scratch it?
Itch it.
Itch it, okay.
Itch and itch.
Itch and itch.
Oh, scratch and itch.
Scratch and itch, yeah.
Scratch, I thought scratch a horse.
No, scratch and itch.
Not scratch horses. Okay, well, there you go. If you want to watch the full unabridged version, go to the website www.goldcircle.co.za and look up the YouTube icon. You'll see the whole lot of it. And we're going to move on from there and see what's the plum of the week.
Jack the Knife. Roy had enoughs between runners, got a length and a half to make up. Lala hooks out. Outside the 400 and Celtic Captain still the leader. Roy had enough, goes in for a run. Then Just Ask Me. Lala's on the outside. Coming to the last 100 though, and Celtic Captain finds more. Celtic Captain, Roy had enough on the inside. Lala's running on late. Celtic Captain and Roy had enough. It's mighty close. Roy had enough got it. Roy had enough from Celtic Captain. Just Ask Me's involved. And that equals the record. That's Lal Hewson. He equals Gavin Larina's record as an apprentice of 284.
There were many reasons why you should have backed this horse. Firstly, Frank Robinson's been very bullish about this horse. The horse opened 9 to 10, 8 to 10 on some boards. He ended up, you could have got 2 to 1 or 19 to 10 on Interbet. He started like 17 to 10. This horse.
That's right.
It was an amazing price. And,
yeah, very good price.
You know, you've got to thank Lyle Hewson for winning, because Brandon Larina did everything he could to make sure that this horse didn't win. He intimidated him all the way down the straight, ran onto him, and Lyle put his head down. He decided that's where he was going to go and won on the horse, and that was his record-equaling win, as the commentator said.
Very good rider. Yeah, Craig highlighted that. James, he's by Piero.
Yeah.
Piero's flying. You know, the sales in Australia at the moment, 400,000, 350,000 people are buying Piero's.
Got the top price of the first day.
Yeah.
Piero.
Yeah, good stallion. So, very good racehorse.
Yeah.
Whoa, very good.
Very good racehorse.
And he's doing the business.
Yeah, absolutely. Well done for Roy. He won't have had enough after that one. It will have just started. We're going to take a break.
The future of all betting is online and mobile. Interbet, we're the pioneers of online and mobile betting in South Africa and continue to lead the way.
But when you win one of these big races, everything else becomes meaningless. It's just something, that thrill of adrenaline is just incredible.
Interbet is where the serious professionals bet.
Hi and welcome to Current Affairs, and we've got a few great races to show you, starting off with Winks in the Chipping Norton. And again, James, this is a wonder horse, eh?
I love this commentary. Department store mannequin.
Yeah, that's right. He's sitting like a department store mannequin. Just for the record, James, won 27 of 33 now, equaled broke the Aussie record of 16 Group 1s, about 23 races in a row. It's a fantastic record.
Yeah, she's now going for Black Caviar's record, 25 in a row, I think that is.
Yes, correct.
That's what they're aiming for. The next is George
Ryder.
George Ryder,
going
which
for the
is
George
another
Ryder.
Group 1.
There's another one after that. Then that's when they're going to make the call on coming to Europe.
England.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be travelling I wouldn't be travelling there to go and run in the Queen Anne. I would be sitting in Australia and winning whatever you can there and then going to stud. But she is some phenomenon. Watch how she puts to bed a Group 1 field.
Winks is $1.09. We're set. We're racing. Winks was the last out of the gates. About 3 off the lead. Stampede and Jemadar the first two into stride, but Stampede has come out like a bull out of a gate and will lead clearly from Jemadar in classic uniform third. Prized Icon a handy fourth, followed by Vinland, who's pretty keen in the early stages around Who Shot the Barman, Libran. Winks is back second last, and Lasquetti Spirit is 5 lengths out the back. It's Stampede, an uncontested leader, out by a length and a half to Jemadar. Classic uniform third, then came Prized Icon, well positioned by Schofield. They're followed then by Libran on the inside of the colt, Vinland. Further back to Who Shot the Barman. The champ, Winks, is back second last, 8 lengths off the lead, and Lasquetti Spirit is starting to tack on now. At the 800 metres, Stampede looking to make all. 3/4 in front to Jemadar. Then Classic Uniform from Prized Icon. Vinland moves up into a 3-wide position, followed by Who Shot the Barman, then Libran. Winks is still back second last to the 600 metres, but starting to creep into the race now. And 3 further back to Lasquetti Spirit. On the point of the turn, it's Stampede in front. Classic Uniform comes off the fence. Prized Icon third, and Winks is starting to loop the field. 400 out, it's Stampede in front, but Winks, Hugh Bowman just sitting there like a department store mannequin, hasn't touched the mare, and off she goes. Prized Icon going home in a second, and Libran's making ground, but nudge, nudge, wink, wink, away she goes, the champ, and this is an Australian record of 16 Group 1s. Winks powers away to beat Prized Icon and makes it 3 Chipping Nortons. Classic Uniform third in front of Libran. Then came Who Shot the Barman, Stampede, Lasquetti Spirit, good break back to Vinland, and Jemadar was last to finish.
Well, what a fantastic win. Glenn Schofield ran second on a horse who'd won 2 Group 1s, and Prized Icon. It was just an awesome performance, and the connections are saying they had a slight hiccup in their program because of Bowman being suspended. The last run was in October, James.
Yeah.
She ran in October. She won her 3rd Cox Plate. Since October to now, she had 3 barrier trials close to the race and came in. Look at this for an...
Well, it just shows you about horses, you know. Anyone can have a good one. You look at the people that own it, unassuming, never been really involved, you know, they are with the horse. They bought it at Magic Millions.
That's right.
And if you look at that, you just say, anyone can buy, you know, let's go buy a horse. And maybe if you'd like to buy a horse at Magic Millions next week.
Next week, you're going to be there?
Next week we'll be there, you know, you never know. Anyway, we're looking for people to buy, so let's go and have a look and see if we can find you something. You know how to get hold of me. Yeah. Let's go and have a look at the 3 that have won off Magic Millions this week, and 3 pretty useful horses. Let's go and have a look at them.
Yeah, here are the sales graduates.
Fantasy Art, bought off the National Yearling Sales. Sam Furman bought off the Gold Coast Sales. She's very good, Sam Furman. I think a lot of her. Yeah. And then obviously Infamous Fox was bought by, I think, Grant Knowles and the boys off the...
From Glastonbury.
Glastonbury, But that's at the yearling sale as well.
3 this week. They really are turning them out, these Magic Millions graduates. Well done to them.
Anyway, we had big racing at Turfentine, obviously, and there was some wonderful racing there. The Hawaii Stakes is like the headliner, but then the 2 Guineas were 2 very, very good races and certainly deserve Group 1 status, I would have thought. But let's go and have a look at the Hawaii. That was the first one we picked up from the 600 metre.
David Baird will guard them in. Amazing Strike, just been nursed along in second. Then comes Captain Aldo, full mast at the inside. Then the grey, She's a Giver. Followed further back by Graduation Day, who feels the squeeze. Kangaroo Jack's got some running, as does Africa Rising. Towards the outside is Matador Man, Will Pays, and Coral Fever. Into the final 500 metres they go. So David Baird is the leader by half a length. Second place is Full Mast. Then comes Amazing Strike, Will Pays on the inside. She's a Giver and Matador Man. Then comes Africa Rising into the final 250 metres, and it's Full Mast who's come forward to take over the lead. Will Pays on the inside. Then comes Amazing Strike, Coral Fever, Matador Man, but it's Will Pays who's gone about his business, taking the lead. Coral Fever runs on strong, but Will Pays has beaten Coral Fever. Then came Full Mast, Amazing Strike, Matador Man, Africa Rising, Sir David Baird, She's a Giver.
Yeah, wonderful win. And James, it keeps the dynasty going because the Aussies trained it, and you know, Michael and Adam. And Adam is the grandfather, if I got that right, trained Hawaii.
Hawaii, yeah.
Yeah, and it's named, the race is named after him. So a wonderful the way the wheel is turned.
Adam's great-grandfather.
Great, that's what I'm getting. Yeah, it's Adam's great.
George Azzy.
Yes, yeah. Adam's great-grandfather,
yeah.
correct.
And then there was Herbie, who was Michael's father. Then there's Michael, then there's Adam.
Adam,
so
that's right.
a
Fantastic other
lot
generations.
of around.
Yeah, a lot of them. And great, I saw the lead-in, Brett Pepper, I think it was his birthday.
Yeah, it was his birthday.
Well done to him, Gareth's father and the partners.
And his team.
Yeah, so
Craig Zaki rode a very
good race. He gave it a chance. Very good ride.
Yeah, I thought it was a good win. Will Pays, he's an Imperial Stride. He's bred by Robin Bruss. You know,
that's right.
Robin Bruss could breed some good horses out of a mare called Rattlebag. She was quite a good mare too.
Yeah,
I think Michael Roberts trained her. The late Michael Roberts trained Rattlebag. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, she was a group winner.
But doesn't it nothing to do with rattlesnake?
No, that's something that you find at the end of your bed.
Oh, not in Dubai nightclub.
No, that's a club in Dubai.
Yeah.
The
rattlesnake is famous.
The Rattler, very famous club.
Let's move on
to the Acacia Handicap. We're going to have a look at that now. 1600, Grade 3. Let's go and pick them up at the 600.
In line for home, 700 metres left to go. Redberry Lane guards them in with a 3-length advantage. Second place, Kilauea. Then comes Emily J. Shatsusha's in the lighter blue. Sylvan on Fire's getting a move on. Simply Royals on the inside. Further back to Aldanza. 500 metres left to go. Redberry Lane in front by 3. Sylvan on Fire is second. Then comes Kilauea. Emily J's to the outside. Simply Royal was further back. 300 metres left to go. Redberry Lane. Sylvan on Fire is in second. Then comes Simply Royal, followed by Kilauea into the final 150. Sylvan on Fire looms up to Redberry Lane, and Simply Royal's on the inside. Redberry Lane, Sylvan on Fire, Simply Royal forging to the front. Simply Royal beat Redberry Lane. Sylvan on Fire third, then came Sabina's Dynasty.
Yeah, it's hard to keep Silvanos down. This is Ascot Stud bred the Silvano. And well done to Sean Terry here, first and second. The runner-up is a bit of a bridesmaid.
Yeah, she had no chance at the weights with this filly. This filly had to beat her, and
she ran well.
She ran very, very well. Redberry Lane. That's her 4th second in a row.
But only a one-time winner, isn't she?
Yeah, Al Adiat bred this
right.
and raced this filly, and she's always had big raps. This filly, they've always thought a lot of her, and I think she's looking to go further than this. This filly might be a filly for the big races during the season.
Yes.
You know, she'd come into the July with a low weight. She might be an early look at the July.
Yeah.
That's this filly, definitely. Race 8, we go to the fillies Guineas, and well, if you want to take the piece, this is where you had to do it. Let's go and pick them up at the 600.
All the while, Rock and Russian, blue sleeves and cap, is giving the leaders about 4-length start. Green Top up the inside. Then comes Radiant Splendor, Perla Bahrain in the lighter blue with All Far, Dame Kelly on the inside, and then comes Taking the Piece. 600 metres left to go. Folk Dance towards the outsiders, ranged up to the leaders. Silver Thursday, Fish River, Cashel Palace. Then comes Pale Lilac, Taking the Piece towards the extreme outside. Radiant Splendor was further back. Then comes Dame Kelly. The leader is Silver Thursday. Second place is Cashel Palace. Then comes Rock and Russian, Folk Dance, and Taking the Piece is flying. Taking the Piece, lashing home. Second place, Folk Dance. Then comes Silver Thursday, but it's Taking the Piece, and Taking the Piece has won it. Second to Silver Thursday. Then came Green Top and Folk Dance.
Well, great for the youngsters in this game. Murray Makepeace, young Michael Shea, Matthew de Kock, Callan Murray, all the youngsters involved. A fantastic win for the new generation.
Absolutely, and you know, the champion breeder Summerhill bred it.
Yes.
Funny enough, the owners of the mare, Lisa Ann, were the gardeners. Okay.
Okay.
Bruce and Joe Gardner owned
Yes.
the mare. Rambo Dancer man, she's been a very good mare.
Good broodmare stallion.
And I'm surprised that they never kept this filly, because she's very, very good. She won a good race. She came from nearly at the back of the field. And, you know, we all know why
Did you
she's
see
called
the
Taking
antics
the
of
Piece.
Murray and Michael?
Yeah, they were...
I don't blame them. You know, Woody had a R500,000 race. They were going dilly. Well done to all the young guys.
Yeah, it's not like they need the cash. You know, Chazy's wealthy in his own right, so
he
you know, he keeps his whole family happy. Yeah, so, Big Kev, okay, and Matthew
Kev's gone off to Dubai,
DeCock's got a rich dad too,
Yeah.
so you know.
Kevin Shaw's gone to Dubai for
Yeah,
Super
of course.
Saturday.
Well,
Just talking about Super Saturday, you're going to it, aren't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Phil tells me that...
well, we'll talk about Super Saturday in your call. We're going to be talking to Trevor Brown, so we're going to go into Super Saturday there. But we've still got another race to go, and that's Gauteng Guineas. And we push our chests out in pride at young Alistair Gordon, showing those Gautengelingers exactly what it's all about. And, you know, to travel a horse twice is not easy. He certainly did it the right way. And Alistair, brilliant condition. He just needs the horses. But as most KwaZulu-Natal trainers are, I must tell you, there's some very good trainers.
What I did like about it, James, straight off the race, the Somerfield trainers' WhatsApp was just congratulating every single person sent him. It was great to see.
Good for him. Let's go and see Monkshood. This is an absolute doddle going through the... And Alistair said pre-race, if this horse gets good ground, he's better than he was on the soft ground. And, you know, there's only experience can tell you all these things. Let's go and pick him up at the 600.
Comes State Trooper at the rail in third, just ahead of Royal Crusade, and Greek Fire in the pink is in a share of fourth. Monkshood is in the open quickly. Then comes Puget Sound, Surcharge towards the outside, followed by Silver God. Cash Time is out after those. Then comes Vaquero, Noble Secret, Majestic Mambo needs to get serious. 400 meters left to go. Ideal Secret in front, but look at Monkshood. Monkshood came forward and took over the lead with purpose. Second place is Royal Crusade. Then comes Ideal Secret, followed by Greek Fire, but Monkshood is toying with him in the Gauteng Guineas. He shot 3 lanes clear. Surcharge, Royal Crusade, then comes Noble Secret, but what a performance. Monkshood has won it by 6. It's a demolition job. Second goes to Surcharge, then came Royal Crusade and Noble Secret. What a win. He's come back.
Well, this was a fantastic performance by this Karori, and these stallions, James, these German stallions, Silvano, Karori, they're very good. And this horse, sure, you can't say how easily you beat them. It was just a walk in the park.
Yeah, you know, a lot of things were great about this win. Mary Slack, who sponsored the day, Wilgerbos Strip, and then obviously the Boerters, you know, they breeders who love this business, and for them to breed a horse like this, well, I'm so thrilled for them. And Anthony Del Pesce obviously rides for the stable. He just had an armchair. It was pretty easy, and you know, it was just a capping of a very, very good day's racing. And as an ex-trainer, I can tell you, I know if you get given the horses, you'll win the races. And that's what it's all about. We're all in the same boat, and we all have been there. Alistair got this horse, and Mary deserves the win with him. And let's hope that he goes on and win some big races in the Natal season. I would have thought that he probably wouldn't go back again.
I wouldn't think so. You know, we went a couple of times to the well with Harry's son. We rode it up there. We won 2, and we got beaten the soft twice, you know. So I think Alistair's right. He's got a lot ahead of him here.
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, you can get him ready for some races here. He loves racing here. He's a very, very good horse the way he showed. He showed that he's better than all of them. Yeah. You know,
there's nothing at the moment on the half field that's better than him.
No, absolutely not. Fabulous stuff. We really enjoyed it. Now we're just going to show you a clip of Songbird being sold. This pulled out the archives, but have a look at this.
Oh, thank God you.
Most impressive international sires around today. Here she is. She is truly the gold standard in thoroughbreds. She's a maiden and suitable for mating. This is the incomparable Songbird.
All right, you bet. How do you mean to get it about? Ready to entertain a bid? What do you want to give? How do you mean to get it about? I don't know. How do you mean to get it about? Somebody get 10 million on her. Get 10. How do you mean to get it about? 10 million. Get it started right. You mean to get it about? You mean to get 10. You mean to get it about? $5 million. Got 1 million. Thank you. Not 2. Come on, boys. I want 2. 2 million. 2. You mean to get 2 here. 3. I'm 2 million. Now $3 million. You mean to get it about? 2. 3. $2 million. Now 3. You mean to get it about? 2. 3. You get 2. 5. 2. 5. Now 3. 3's there. Now 3. 4. 3 million. 4 million. I got 3 million. You mean to get it about? $4 million. You mean to get it about? 3. You get 4. 3 million. Now 4. 4. Now 5. You better get $5 million. You better get it. Better get 5. You better get 5. Now 6 million on her. 5. Now 6. Now $6 million on it. You better get it. Better get 5. You better get it. Now 6 here. Now 7. Now $7 million. Now 7. 5. Now 7. 5. Now 7. 5. 8 million on it. You better get it. You better get 8. 8. That 8. Now 5. You better get 5. You better get 5. 5. Where you at? I got 8 million. Now 5. You better get it. Better get 8 million. 5. You 5. 8 million. 5.
I'm on the left, Jody. Okay.
8 million. 5. 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 8 million. 500,000 on it. You better get it. Better get 5. Better get 8 million. 500. That 8 million. 5. You better get 5. You better get it. Better get 8 million. 500. And 8 7. 8 7. 8 7. You better get it. Better get 8 5. Better get 8 7. 8 7. You better get it. Better get 8 7. You better get it. Better get 8 7. And now 9 million. Bruce, you didn't get in. You got to be $9 million. Well, slow down. It's all right. It's a lot of money, but that's a lot of mayor. 9 million. 9,500,000. At 9 million right there, you're in at 9. At 9,500,000. At 9,500,000. You better get it. Better get 5. You better get it. Better get 5. Better get 9,500,000. Better get 9,500. 9,500. At 9,500. Now 7. At 9,700,000. You better get it. Better get 9,500,000. 9,700,000. At 9 million right over here. 9,500. Better get 9,700. At 9,500. Better get 7. You better get it. Better get 7. You better get it. Better get 9,700,000. 9,500. You get 9,600,000 on her. At 9,500. 9,600. Here we go. 9,500. Better get 9,600. You better get it. Better get all done. And I have it. Get 9,500. Better get $9,600,000. And thank you up there, Bruce. 9,500,000.
Sure, she was a good racer.
Mandy Pope, Whisper Hill Farm, biggest player in America, the broodmare scene. She bought it, 9.5. She won it.
She wanted it. She wanted it.
That's over 100 million rand. It's the GDP of this country.
She was a racehorse. Whoa, Songbird. Good to see that.
Anyway, just a quick aside. Pavel, which is one of the best dirt horses in America.
Yeah.
You know, he's missing the Santa Anita, the big cap.
A stake reduction or something. What is the full story there,
They reduced the stake from $1 million to 600,000. So he's going to the Dubai World Cup. So we're going to be seeing him there.
Yeah.
You know? And there was a big letter in the Blood Horse about what they should be doing. And Santa Anita should be repositioning the big cap because the best horses that have ever run have always run in the big cap.
Yeah.
Seabiscuit started with, and horses. There's some fantastic horses won it.
Yeah.
And they say it's in the wrong place. It's right between the Pegasus and the Dubai World Cup. So if people want to go the Pegasus and the Dubai World Cup, they should make it afterwards and give a prize.
That's right.
Just finishing, I made Ken and Sarah Ramsey. Last year we spoke about them going to Barbados.
Joy's Kittens, Joy and all that. They're the Kittens family.
That's them?
Yeah.
They love Barbados. They love going there, and they love winning the Barbados Gold Cup at Garrison Savannah is what the racecourse is called.
That's right, yeah.
So this year they decided they'd been beaten the last 2 years. They run second the last 2 years. They said, no, we're going to take 2 this year, 2 strong ones. And they ran first and second.
Does ego play any part? Does ego play any part?
A lot, yeah, because he won $107,000, okay, whereas he could have sat in America and won millions of dollars with this horse that won. It's a very interestingly named horse, and I don't know if you'll get the connotation. Sir Dudley Diggers.
It's called Sir Dudley Diggers.
Yes.
Is he from a Monty Python?
You know his brother is?
No.
Don't you know? Biggest Diggers from Rome.
That's right, the Monty Python.
Biggest Diggers from Rome. He's the brother, Sir Dudley Diggers is full brother. Okay, so that's the story. We're going to be chatting to Trevor when you come back. Right, well, as we promised you, Trevor Brown is going to be on the line with us any moment from Dubai. But just let's talk about Dubai and tell the people out there what's happening. We've got Super Saturday this weekend. Obviously,
this is the big build-up. A lot of people are qualifying their horses. It's a magnificent week, as you know, and with the Michael de Kock stable, you got everything thrown. Phil was telling me that they're all racing from a big box on this day, and the box is full. There's just no more place for anybody else. The box is full.
So the trip this weekend is full.
Full, completely full.
Is there any space for Dubai World Cup?
Oh yes, there is.
But not much, eh?
Not much, but there is space.
There's a couple of spaces.
Everyone, you know, James, you'll be going out there. They do a lot for you in that week. You know, they'll probably get you and de Kock will be on a golf course at some stage with all the other pigeons.
Yeah.
You like that? There's a stable visit. It's really a lot of people prefer this meeting to the big one in certain ways because of how easy it is to get around and do things.
Yeah, but the big one is where you see the best horses, and you're right there. Phil has a space right at the bottom on the parade ring.
On the parade ring.
So if you haven't booked, you've got to book. But just a scene set when you arrive at Blue Stables, and you know this very well. You walk through this arch. On the left-hand side is the office where you'll find Bernard Fadeherb, Kieran Fallon, Patsy Cosgrave, all the caravans parked outside.
That's
On the right-hand side, you'll find Mike in his office with, Mary Slack and maybe Jessica and,
That's fantastic.
Johan Malherbe.
The stables are very good. You know, funny enough, James, the interesting story is we were stabled next door.
Yeah.
There's an international barn. And we had sent over our stable employee with the horse as well. And he had never flown before, he'd never been, and he's a wonderfully talented man. But they give you a free breakfast there, James. Yeah. They're laid on, everyone's there, you can go, and Mick Shannon and I would meet there and have a chat. It's full. And this guy must have put on 10 kilos.
Your boy, Roy.
Yeah, I saw it, no, not Roy, Polis. I saw Polis every morning. I said, what are you going for the day?
Well, of course.
He must have put in 10 kilos. But it's world-class, James, in every aspect. And it's so good for the South Africans because you get to see these top horses that Michael has, the bulk of them being South African and the other imports and that. Mike runs a very good ship there. And
yeah, it's something that I really look forward to every year. And obviously there's the slide up there of if you want to go, you get a hold of Phil Georgia on Let's Go Travel or Denise. She organises. She's a fantastic organiser. Denise.
Fantastic.
She does air tickets.
Everything's done. Everything. Visas, everything. It's very. But you got to get in early with visas. They're getting to draw it out a bit. But this is I don't miss the Dubai World Cup if I can.
Yeah. Well, we certainly hope to be able to be there. But getting back to how you get looked after. Obviously, your hotel's all booked and everything's pre-booked. We have a big South African bus with I know Bonsky's put up some fantastic footage of the flag on the bus.
The music, that bus, everyone's singing along. It's great. Because race day, getting a taxi out is difficult. But
this year we got no music.
No music, eh?
No,
I didn't know that.
Because the DJ gave us a miss.
Did he? Eh?
Yeah, well, he's got too much money now. The DJ, he doesn't have to get paid to do it anymore. Grant Knowles,
he's
too rich
DJ.
now.
That's right. He's wealthy boy today.
He's the whizzer.
The whiz on the boat trip, James. And then, if you go into this one, the one that Phil's talking about, the main one is the Gallop's fantastic breakfast with the stars. All the internationals there. You get Frankie Dettori being photographed everywhere he goes, and the horses come through on the big screen. You can watch them. Just food everywhere. It's fantastically organised. There are parties for international visitors. Michael de Kock puts a stable party on that's out of this world, and everyone prepares for the big day.
Well, what he does is he shows the Dubai World Cup runners on the Thursday afternoon.
Yes.
And then Friday night we have that party on the top of the grandstand, which is just absolutely
the view and everything. And the food's out of this world, James. It really is.
Well, let's chat to Trevor Brown. We've got him on the line. Trevor, how are you?
Good, yourself?
We're in fine shape. Lovely to have you on the line. How's the weather there? Raining and misty and miserable and snowing?
Quite the opposite. All good, yeah.
Trev, it's been a build-up that probably hasn't been your best because you just haven't had the stock this year.
No, correct. Two things. Haven't had the stock, and just a couple of horses that have come up leading. Obviously the ones that we're expecting to come on to race well. So you've RC Trail horses like that, So, just a combination of a couple of things, but mostly just not having the stock,
Yeah, but despite that, there have been a couple of horses that have come to the fore. Janubi obviously was a superb winner of the Zabeel Mile.
Yeah, great winner. He really blossomed, yeah. But you know, his new stock. You know, he's a young progressive horse that arrived at the right rating, and you know, you just need more of those. You know, you can't come over with one or two of those and expect to compete with Godolphin's like 127 runners in the carnival. You know, it's just so difficult against them.
Trev, it's Laff here. Just good to talk to you. I know Jim and Shay and the whole gang are going to be out there this week. And what's the latest on Whiskey Baron?
No, doing well. He's entered today for Super Saturday, Jebel Hut, the 9 furlongs. Doing well, doing very, very well. He's come out the race exceptionally well. He's obviously going to need this one again, but I think he's going to run a big race.
Trevor, it looked like a very, very good run from him, obviously over a trip short of his best. Colm Donahue, is he going to stick with him?
Yes, back on him. That's the plan. You know, I think Brett and the guys, they wanted somebody that could stick with him the whole way, all the way to Hong Kong if he does land up running there, which that is the intention, and hopefully he gets there. But they wanted somebody to stay with him the whole trip. So they've got him, and the column's committed.
Okay, so he's another one of the pikeys that's parked his caravan outside. As Mike keeps telling us, he says there's a slew of them there.
I tell you, I think we've got more Irish than Africans here.
When you walk in the stable on the left-hand side there in the little office where you get a bit of breakfast, you better get a bit of a, what do you call them, a bullet or shooter or something, full of Irish there looking for breakfast.
Yeah, well, you know, Declan, he set up tent a good couple of years ago. He isn't moving. But yeah, Declan's there. And yeah, we've got a few Irish. We're going to have the Irishman, Kevin Shea, that's arrived this morning, full of beans, taking the piece.
Yeah, taking the piece, that's right.
Has Kevin pulled in? Has he arrived?
Yeah, no, he was there early for first lot. He was quite interested to see what was going to track. And of course, I said not much, sorry, bud.
He didn't offer to take one?
No, no. He kept the trainers on, he wasn't putting any boots on.
Trev, how many will you think you'll end up having this weekend?
Well, we've entered 3 with the intention to run 2. Just got to see how the field cuts up. We've obviously got Janubi for the Jebel Hutta. The only reason why we're going for the 1800 because there's no mile left for him, and he's doing so well. So you know, it's going to be tough for him. It is a Group 1 over 9. Better over the mile, but you know, we might as well try. If it doesn't work out, we're hopefully going to get into the Hong Kong mile.
Okay.
And who else?
And then of course LCM for the City of Gold, which is the 12th furlong. Apparently it's going to be quite light, the race. There's not many runners apparently, so we've entered the lights. He's not up to that class, but it's still small enough. You know, we have to try and pick up some dollars where we can.
And Noah from Goa?
Yeah, he didn't come out of his last run that well. We've been nursing him along, and Michael said this morning, like, you know, we'd rather not hurt him. Let's just save him, you know. So we'll see where we go with him. He might go abroad as well.
And well, obviously, World Cup night, he might be able to find something if he comes along the right way.
Correct, 100%. Well, our hopefuls obviously at the moment are Elsen and Janubi if he stays 9 furlong. But yeah, very light this year.
And Al-Sahim, did he come out of his last race all right?
Very, very well. Yeah, no, he's a different horse. We put him on the turf 2 days ago, and yeah, completely different horse. But that was Michael's plan the whole time. You know, he wanted to prep him to get to Super Saturday, where hopefully we can qualify for World Cup. You know, he's a quite a laid back horse, and we've got the mileage in him now. So, but the whole idea was to, you know, Super Saturday was his prep.
Yeah, well, Trevor, the whole of South Africa waits for this, and everyone follows you guys out there. Obviously, we're following Brett Crawford and Mike de Kock and you guys. It's a fantastic time of the year, and we hope it all goes well. I know you're going to be distracted with the likes of Shay and Goodman and Giorgio there, but everything on the best from my side.
Yeah, Trev, we're looking
thank you
forward to
very
seeing you. Wednesday morning we'll be there. Just a quick one. Barut has been incredible. He's been a great earner for this season. Is there anything for him?
Oh, yeah. There's one more left for him on the 15th of March, which is a non-carnival meeting. The nice thing is he's got a very low dirt rating. He's 1-2 on the dirt, yeah, but he's actually got like an 80 dirt rating. So there's actually one left for him, yeah.
Well, let's hope that he pulls it together, and we're really looking forward to seeing you. And please give our best to everyone, and thank you so much for joining us, Trev. We're really looking forward to this again.
Great, will do. Looking forward to seeing you guys.
Thanks, Trevor.
Thanks, Trev.
Trevor Brown from...
yeah, he's been there for years. Him and his wife, Jo, they're wonderful people.
And you know, they're the best hosts you can ever hope for.
Yes.
They're always the same. They're always happy to look after you. And they're just such a wonderful atmosphere in that stable. To be part of that is just... It's like, as we say, peeled grapes. You don't get better.
No, that's true. We got Paul Devlin and his wife. They're going to be there. They always wait for us. They're fantastic people as well. It's just...
He gave me his flat a couple of times, Paul Devlin.
You know
what a nice guy that... Paulie Devlin, he's a great
wonderful guy.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
I call him Mary Slack's child. Mary loved Paul Devlin.
Yeah, that's true. No, you're going now, James. You're going to have a wonderful trip, and you're going to have a great time. And you know it now. Do you remember the year we went to? We sat with that the New Zealand cricketer, Cairns. What was his name?
Yeah.
Remember, he came.
We tipped him a winner.
That's why we told him, get into this horse at one. He thought we were brilliant.
Yeah. In fact, he asked us to open the batting for him in New Zealand, but. We turned him down because we had contracts here. We couldn't move, unfortunately. But you do meet some fantastic people.
I met some legends over the years there. And
I know you had a picture taken with that winger from Chelsea. What's his name?
Oh yeah, Alonso. That was at the Arc.
Marcus Alonso.
He came to the Arc because his uncle, and his brother, who played for Barcelona, looked after Harry's son while I was in Spain. We couldn't have it registered in our name. It had to be so it was in the Alonso name. So that's where we met Marcus Alonso, and he loves his horses. He'll be out there. I guarantee you, if they're not playing, he'll be there, and he'll be there on the World Cup night.
Well, obviously, World Cup night's the night you'll be going for the World Cup, which is fantastic. And as we say, get hold of Let's Go Travel, Phil Giorgio. We'll come back with all the reports. I won't be here next week because I'll be in Australia for the Adelaide sale. And
I'll be here.
You'll be here. You'll be running the show.
I need all the info.
We'll talk on the phone about Australia, see how it's going down there. But to all of you fans out there, have a great week's racing. And remember, if you want to go to the World Cup, get hold of Phil Giorgio.
Your world of winners is now online at www.teletrack.com. Simply subscribe to log into your account from any mobile device in South Africa and access a wide variety of content from our membership package options. Listen in via a live audio stream, catch live racing locally and internationally, or view a wide variety of Teletrack magazine shows to stay informed and updated on the go at any time. It's never been easier. Go to teletrack.com now.